plates until they're clean. Again, front and back to make sure that they're nice and clean and that there's no build-up of grease or fats on either the front or the base impinger plates. So we'll give that a nice rinse off now. So as you can see, there's a couple of little spots here that I'll probably just go over again, just to make sure that they're a little bit cleaner. So I take my green scourer and I just get in there with a little bit more pressure. And as you can see, in this case, that little bit of extra pressure has been enough to remove that build-up. But like I said, if you do find that there is more of a build-up in an area, then use the silver scourer, but with light pressure only. Light pressure is enough. What you don't want to do is to scratch the surface of the steel. You just want to remove the build-up of the grease. So you can see there, just with a light rub over very quickly, that all of that build-up is now gone. Again, we just leave that to air dry, and then shortly we'll put all of the oven back together after we've covered it in our oven protector. And finally now, we've cleaned the oven, we've cleaned all the accessories, they're all ready to go back in the oven. The last thing that we do is to use our Merrychef oven protector. This is going to form a protein barrier on the inside of the oven to stop all of the grease and everything sticking to the oven, which is why it's made so easy to clean, as you've just seen. So what we do is we give a light splay onto the door, into the oven, on the sides and on the top, and then we spray our little chucks cloth and we just smear this all over the outside of the door, remembering not to do the oven door seals, to the base of the oven. Everywhere that we've cleaned, we need to now coat with oven protector. So we're just smearing it on. It's like an oily consistency onto the top of the oven there, right to the back wall. So you'll find out if you've missed any bits the following day, because that's generally where you get a little bit more of a build-up. And what I do is I normally squirt a little bit into the corners, directly in there, and just push that into those corners, because if there's going to be a build-up, it's going to be into that area. Okay, so now we've covered the coated the inside of the oven. The next thing we need to do is to reassemble our grease filter housing. So again, a light spray of oven protector, and again we're looking for our beveled edges, remember, on these two to face each other so that they slide in together, and that clicks into place. And then we're going to smear oven protector all around the outside of that housing again. And I just grab it by the towel, slip it into the back of the oven there until it drops into place, and then push until it locks in place. Once the grease filter housing assembly is in, we place the silicone mat onto the base of the oven, and then again we take our oven protector and spray the bottom impinger plate. Wipe the protector all over the impinger plate, remembering the back and sides and the front, and then also the underside as well. And that just protects those little holes from becoming blocked, and that just slides on top of our silicone mat there into the oven and drops into place. Next thing we do is the same thing with our top impinger plate, just a nice good coating of oven protector over the entire surface, both sides. And then, if you remember, we locate that at an angle into the oven. So the base piece, the M at the back, goes to the back, and we go up over the top ovens on the microwave guards until it locks into place. And then we screw them up anti-clockwise until they're tight, and then back about a quarter of a turn. Now you might just want to give that another little coating just as we've touched it. And the last thing that goes in there is the oven rack close to the oven. And we close the door, and obviously not forgetting the outside of the oven, we take a clean, dry cloth and we give that a nice wipe down as well. If you find any little grease marks, sometimes you get some grease that drips from where you cleaned the oven, just some hot soapy water and wipe that away. You don't need to use any other sort of polishes, and certainly don't use the oven cleaner or the Merrychef protector on any of the external parts of the oven at all. So there we go. So that's our oven cleaned, we've cooked, we've gone through the menu programs. If you have any problems, then there is a number that you can call Ice and Oven Technologies on, and they will help you out with servicing, with spares, with any accessories that you may have issues with. And you'll find that on the side of your oven there will be a phone number on the service sticker like this. So on the side of the oven you'll see that there'll be a service sticker with a Merrychef service label written on it, and there's a number on there for call customer support, and that's 1800 998 125. So call that number for any sales, inquiries, any servicing, spares or breakdowns. Just call that 1-800 number and somebody from Ice and Oven Technologies will only be too happy to help you out. So I hope you've enjoyed the demonstration. Sorry it's taken a bit of time, but I think it's really important the first time you use the oven to get things right. And if you've got any problems, give us a call. Thanks for your time. Happy cooking.